Hi everyone, my name is Kendrick and welcome to Travel and Live Free. In this video, we're going to cover my country number 73 to visit every single country in the world, and that country is Belarus. Belarus is one of the few true communist countries left in this world, and it is located in Eastern Europe. I got lucky during my one-year trip around the world because Belarus started offering a 5-day visa-free travel in the capital city of Minsk. So after I finished traveling in Ukraine, I took a flight using Belavia, which I think is the local Belarus airline, to Minsk. It was surprisingly a pretty good airline because they even gave you food compared to some of the other airlines that you take within Europe. Minsk also has Uber, so when I landed into the Minsk airport, I used their Wi-Fi to call Uber to take me near my accommodation. Minsk is a very clean city, and I think a lot of communist city is actually super clean. I actually got lost by the time that Uber driver dropped me off in the place where my accommodation was supposed to be, and I was trying to ask for directions but no one spoke English. Lucky for me, I found some young students that actually knew English and they helped point out to me where my accommodation was located. The accommodation that I was staying at was probably the highlight of my trip to Minsk, because turns out that the accommodation that I was staying at used to be the home of Lee Harvey Oswald, who is the guy that assassinated JFK. So I thought that was a really neat to go visit the home of the guy who shot this famous American president. I also got a chance to do my own city walking tour, so I walk around the city. Alright, so I'm now in Minsk in Belarus, and I'm heading to the city center right now. So far so good, it's a very nice city. Most people can't speak English. Otherwise, it's quite great. I actually really like it. I even went to this food court and there was like a Chinese restaurant called Jackie Chan, which I thought was really funny. And overall, my time in Belarus was quite pleasant. I was also nearing the end of my one-year trip around the world, and at this point, Belarus was just a quick stop for me before I went back home. I wanted to have visited 75 countries before I went back home. That's why I went to Belarus, just to take off another country. But I'm glad I went there. It was actually a very pleasant experience. Another highlight of my time in Belarus was also meeting this one Belarusian guy in the hostel. And he was so depressed because he was working as a psychologist and he was doing something ridiculous like 40 to 80 patients per day, and everyone gets like 10 minutes of his time or something. And I was thinking to myself, how do you psychologically fix yourself with just 10 minutes of the psychologist's time? But you know, when you are in a communist country, I suppose that's how it works there, where everything gets allocated evenly and everyone only gets a little bit of resources. But me and that guy really got along really well. I wish I had stayed in touch with him because I feel like we could have been friends. Regardless, after talking to me, he said he felt inspired that there was a way out of his life because he was living in a communist country, and because he was in a communist country, he felt like his life was kind of stuck. But after talking to me and getting an outsider's perspective, turns out there's a way out for his current lifestyle, and he can move to another country if he wants to and live a better life. I would say that Belarus people are pretty friendly, but once you start talking to them, they're actually quite nice and friendly, just like anyone in any country in the world. Anyways, that's about it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And don't forget to sign up to the Travel and Live Free newsletter, where you can get a 10-step cheat sheet on how to travel around the world. You'll also get the latest tips and strategies on how to save money on travel for Canadians, how to go on around the world adventure travel for Canadians, and how to use travel to get more freedom in your life as a Canadian. You can sign up for the newsletter in the description below. Until next time, I'll see you then.